Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. You're watching Christian Adventure Gamer. I'm your host, Daniel the Paladin, and so I'm going to be jumping into some more Midnight Suns. So let's go ahead and jump to it. Oh yeah, Unreal Engine. I love that. Press the E button. Alright, here we go. Ooh, look, there's Wolverine. That's magic, and that looks like it could be Blade. Another version of Blade, so I'm sure what Slice and Dice are. Maybe that's the team Slice and Dice, because you have Wolverine, Magic, and Blade. So, okay. So let's go to continue. Go to this load screen, and skip over it. Alright, so I gotta go all the way over here. Agatha's grave, maybe? The kitty cat. Meow. Uh-oh. Talking to a dead person. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to Agatha.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's.
Ouch.
Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Oh my goodness.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
Bet you do.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Lots. We could let, what's her name in here? What's her name? Oh, Mother Gothel. I don't know. Oyster mushrooms. What do with those? Lilith, right? Mother Lilith, that's it. Uh-oh. That's not good.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know
can we
I
trust
am.
this lady? I see blue
I do.
swirling behind me. What is that?
But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
Yeah, that's something over there too. What is this? New Haven discovered the Dusty Badlands. There are numerous Haven locations.
What is it, Charlie?
on Abbey
Find something?
Grounds. Really? I feel like I need to go get my armor on.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Get my shoes wet. Sure, there's no other goodies over here that I missed. Ooh, look at that. There's some mushrooms. Alright, here we go.
Hunter, hello.
Okay, level 1. Currently 3. Yeah.
What you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the Blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Cthulhu here?
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Oh, nice. I'm not alone.
Charlie?
Wow.
The old gods are responsible
What have you
for
been
a
eating,
great
Charlie?
many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Okay.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. Leave some for the rest of us. No mercy for the servants. Feel my call. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Corrupted. What does that mean?
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Nice. Now that was something.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
That was easy.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Interesting, interesting. Oh, nice. The Hunter. Midnight Suns. What is up this way? I got the shrine, huh? Anything behind here? Assuming that if I touch that, something good's not gonna happen.
This looks like a monster. Okay.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening.
Nice.
They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
What barrier? Thought it was a door. Alright, so words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. To use a word of power, hold RT. Alright, so is this RT? I guess so. Now what? Okay, close to the door, I gotcha.
Blessings of the goddess.
Man, I didn't know there was gonna be so much magic and whatnot in this. Ah, that's how I open everything else, huh?
The goddess must be busy. Must not be her purview.
Okay, well, whatever. That's nice to know. Ah, gosh. There's Agatha again. Just leave me alone.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Interesting. I want to go fight some more baddies. Like, I like the story and all, but just let me go fight stuff.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Looks like I'm headed that way. Nope, moving on. I am moving towards the forge, yeah, okay. Hey, no. Oh, nope, I was looking at the cursor. I'm going the wrong direction. Okay. What is this over here? Thor card. What? Is Thor in this game? There's something else over here. What is this? Nice. Okay. And what's this?
What is this?
5 symbols arranged in a row. The order is probably incorrect. How do I change them?
It is one of the elemental rods.
Interesting.
Does not seem right to intrude in their space.
Okay, if you say so. Anything worth inspecting in here? Where is everybody? I don't know
Hey,
who's
for
robbing.
someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
Interesting, okay.
It's super easy to hang out with you, Hunter.
The goddess disagrees.
We still have
Ouch.
so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks.
This all sounds like fun and games.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Later.
Heard her talking, I was like, where'd she go?
Tony Stark used to be the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk who eats all the cashews.
Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
Interesting. Alright, let's see here.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Interesting.
Whatever artifact is in... If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have
Toot,
no
toot.
doubt that we can find a way to research
your own horn,
whatever we
Dr.
find
Strange.
in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare. Oh, and I was just about to binge watch my stories.
Not sure what my stories are, but okay.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. This is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
I wish that Tony Stark
At
had a little
last.
more
Now
charismatic
that
body
this
behavior.
artifact
to go
has
with
been
his
returned to its
charismatic,
proper owner, we shall
snarkiness.
see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. It's probably not the object of power you are hoping for.
Okay.
Shh. Tony is working. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. This should be good.
Interesting.
Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press.
Yeah, what is it?
Forge.
Ooh. I like that one. But I take damage instead, so I'm gonna do that one. If I can heal myself and then use it, that'd be the hope.
Still busy, Hunter. Don't worry, we're on.
Alright, well, then I just go
I'm
back.
happy to help, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
Yes. Place is huge. I gotta be kidding me. He's in here?
You moving into the forge, Hunter?
Moon Knight.
That is something.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man,
See?
sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping.
Giant
Why don't we
Blaze was
hit the
not
yard for a
first.
sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
I didn't think it had metal skull, but okay. Well, I think before I go do that, this is a good place for a stop for the night. So hey, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.